someone on here said that once you're able to recognize when a man hates his partner, it's almost impossible for you to unsee it. And it is so true. I just came back from a work conference, and while traveling at the airport, I didn't have my son, so I was people watching, and I saw so many couples where it was very clear that the man hated the woman.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at rare moments of modern women taking accountability, apparently. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you check out the members area down below if you are interested in more weekly videos, but otherwise, let's just jump right into the video.
A lot of men just don't date anymore. Intimacy has become completely conditional. It's so funny because if a man fails to meet a woman's needs in a relationship, oh my gosh, she can post a video about it and there's thousands of comments of women in support of that. But if a man wants a little bit more physical touch in his relationship, he's the problem. He's the problem every time he has a need or want. Not only that, but a lot of men, once they actually commit to a woman, have noticed the intimacy drop to almost nothing or nothing. But her expectations out of the relationship grow or stay the same. How is that fair? Why would he want to date? He gets nothing that he wants out of it.
So this woman was in a restaurant. She's looking around and all she sees other women. Nobody on a date. No man and woman on a date. Just women, as she said, dating each other. So the commentary is that men don't want to be on dates anymore. They don't want to go out with women because it's a waste of time and money. So my question is, do men ever like going on a date? Do men like going on dates? They like going to restaurants and trying different foods and things like that. Is it something that they only did because women like to do it? Like if I'm going to get in a relationship and I say I want to go to a restaurant, am I making him do something that he doesn't want to do? A lot of men say they just rather stay home. But what do you guys think?
It's crazy how men can enjoy dates for the company of the woman, but modern women just want free experiences. They don't actually care about the man.
So I saw this interview of a guy asking a girl what she brings to the table, and her response is exactly why men are tired of dating. She basically said she doesn't have to bring anything to the table and got offended that he even asked her that question. This entitled mindset is why men are walking away from dating. Here's what I realized. Men have been taught since birth how to treat women, but we as women are taught our entire lives how to be treated by a man, not how to treat a man.
The sad part is men are really not that complicated. It doesn't take much to show a little bit of appreciation.
Like, think about it. From the time we're little girls, we're told what we deserve, what we should expect, what standards we should have, but nobody teaches us what we should give, how we should support, or what we should contribute. Men from a very early age learn about respect, providing, protecting, leading, and making a woman feel valued. But what are women learning? How to receive, demand, expect, and be catered to? We're taught that we're queens who deserve to be worshipped.
And meanwhile, men are taught that they deserve nothing and their worth comes from providing only.
But nobody teaches us how to be the type of woman worth worshiping. And the dating advice women get from other women is so toxic. We have this mentality, if he won't, then someone else will. So if he won't pay for your dates or buy you expensive gifts or treat you like a queen, then guess what? Someone else will. Like, that's basically the dating advice for women, and it's so messed up. Like, imagine if the roles were reversed and men were like, if she can't cook or won't clean or support or respect me, then someone else will. Women would lose their freaking minds.
In fact, men made that point with the drizzle drizzle gag thing. That infuriated modern women.
And then y'all would start calling that toxic masculinity. We've literally created a generation of women who think they deserve everything while bringing absolutely nothing to the table. And then we wonder why men are walking away from dating altogether. Men are expected to have money, a career, a car, a house, emotional intelligence, leadership skills, the ability to provide and protect. But when they ask what women bring, suddenly that's offensive.
That's because a lot of modern women are taught that their mere existence is plenty for a relationship.
Meanwhile, men are working on themselves, building their careers, focusing on their fitness and finances, learning how to be a better partner. And what are women doing? Complaining that there are no good men while refusing to become good women. The dating advice for women has become what can you get, not what you can give. It's about finding someone who serves you, not someone you can serve alongside. And here's the contradiction that nobody wants to talk about. Us women can't say, get rid of the patriarchy, and then expect men to give you patriarchal privileges.
The irony is that a lot of modern women will condemn the patriarchy while still wanting to get its benefits and having everything that was ever provided to them in their life be built by said patriarchy.
You can't demand equality and then still expect men to pay for everything, approach you first, and provide for you. We want to tear down traditional gender roles when it benefits us, but keep them when they serve us? That's not equality. That's having your cake and eating it too. And then we act shocked when men choose to focus on themselves instead of dealing with entitled, demanding women who offer nothing but expect everything. This is why men are going their own way. This is why they're choosing peace over relationships. We literally made dating not worth their time or energy. You can't expect to receive what you're not willing to give. Like attracts like, so become the person you want to be with. Stop asking what men can do for you and start asking what you can do for them. That's how you become irreplaceable.
At the end of the day, a man's peace is all that he has, and a lot of them are not going to be willing to give it up for modern women these days.
Romance is nothing more than a mating call that men use to be able to have sex with women. It's really that simple. Very rarely are you going to find men that continue the same level of romanticism that they had in the beginning of the relationship, because men are not inherently romantic. It is a type of mating call. It is simply an investment that they make with their time, money, and energy to have you lower your guard, to feel more comfortable, to be able to sleep with them.
That is not a fair take. It implies that men are just careless manipulators with no real emotions at all.
Once they're able to sleep with you regularly, and once they actually get you in a relationship, their efforts are always quickly going to dwindle down, because why would they need to continue to be romantic to you when you're still giving them access to sex? And then not only that, you're giving them more access to other things over time, despite their reduced effort and romanticism due to the fact that they have now decided to commit to you, which we know that that's not happening, but that's a different video for a different day.
If a good man stops putting in effort, it's because he knows that the effort won't be reciprocated.
A lot of women always fall for the okie doke of like, oh, he got me roses, he got me flowers, he got me chocolates, he took me to this nice restaurant. Okay, why wouldn't he do that if he wants sex? Right? Like, come on, that's pretty much a mating call, right? When peacocks show their feathers, when spiders use the web and they spin around all these things and like make this little intricate gift for the female spider, it's the same exact thing. He's going to court you, he's going to spend money, he's going to be very sweet and loving to you, so that way you can sleep with him and give him the opportunity to mate.
That's only the truth if you're dealing with situationships, not good men who want good women.
Once he does that, in most cases, not all men, because y'all love to get on here and be like, well, my husband doesn't do that. My boyfriend, we've been together for 25 years and he takes me out on a date every single day. So now I have to start saying not all men, because people don't have fucking common sense. But anyway, not all men. However, I would say a large majority of them just simply see romanticism as a way to get into your pants quicker.
The phrase "not all men" is actually a valid one, so naturally women like this will just take offense with it.
And once they feel comfortable enough, and once they feel as though they have enough access to you, their efforts are truly going to reduce over time, because they already have access to you and they don't want to be romantic. Like, men don't wake up one day and say, oh my God, I'm going to find a woman and I can't wait to take her out on dates and I can't wait to buy her all these things and I can't wait to make her happy. They're not thinking that, okay? They're simply being nice. They're simply doing all the things that way they can have sex with you, okay? They're not doing it because they actually like you.
She cannot fathom a world where a man actually wants to have a real connection with a woman.
They're not doing it because they actually see you as somebody special. It is 1000% transactional on their end. Once they are able to get the full transaction completed, Men don't see the need to continue to be romantic because they don't want to be romantic. It's just something that society tells them to do that they know that impresses women. And so they understand that that will increase their chances of being able to sleep with you. Especially now when these men are asking to go 50-50. These men are expecting sex after one date when they're spending $100. Then that makes it very easy to use romance as a way to be able to get access to women, because
Modern women think bedroom fun is liberating for them, but if a man wants it, well, then he's just like a dog or something.
if men are over here trying to sleep with you after one date, but then you have a man over here that's buying you shit, doing everything, I mean, come on. That makes it very, very easy for men that actually do use romance to be able to have access to women that they want. So
Chad wines and dines and then ditches the women, and everyday men are the ones who get blamed for everything.
personally, I would never be impressed by romance. I've really never been impressed by romance because it's a very low budget, very low effort, a very low return thing on that you're getting to put yourself in a predicament where you can get an STD, you can get pregnant, and then also you're exchanging your energy with a man who in most cases has not addressed his trauma. He has a lot of repressed emotions. He has a lot of generational issues.
In other words, she has a lot of problems she just wants to project onto men. No thank you.
He has a lot of demons that he is fighting. He has a lot of things that he's holding on to that he is now passing on to you while you all engage in intercourse. Some roses and flowers and some sweet nothings, in my opinion, ain't really worth all of that for what it is that you're giving up just to have a man be romantic to you. Romanticize yourself, and if you do want to deal with men, deal with them only while they're being romantic. And the standard needs to be very high of the romanticism that you are accepting from these men. Once the romance stops, you stop talking to him, find another guy, wash, rinse, repeat.
What she doesn't realize is that those high standards are the reason why she is so bitter in the first place.
Someone on here said that once you're able to recognize when a man hates his partner, it's almost impossible for you to unsee it. And it is so true. I just came back from a work conference, and while traveling at the airport, I didn't have my son, so I was people watching. And I saw so many couples where it was very clear that the man hated the woman. Here's an example. There was this stunning girl at the gate. As soon as I got to the gate, I noticed her. She was like one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. Her makeup was done. She was so put together. She had a nice outfit on, and I thought she was traveling alone.
That statement means nothing when you consider that every woman these days is somehow just like a perfect 10 or something.
Actually, the guy she was sitting next to was traveling with her. And the only way I knew that is because when we started boarding, he hopped up and got in line to board and left her with 2 roller bags, her purse, her jacket, and a coffee to manage. And she called out to him. She was like, babe, babe, babe. And finally he came back. He took 1 bag and he went back in line.
He took 1 bag because you need at least 1 hand free to board a plane. It is not that damn deep.
He boarded that flight with his back turned towards her the entire time. She had like 3 things in her hands, and he did not speak to her for the entire boarding. Obviously, I don't know the full situation there, but like, take a bag, help your girl out.
She already forgot her own story because in her words, the man took her bag. Crazy.
Men really be hating their girlfriends. The other day I was talking to my bro, right? And we got on the topic of like men cheating. And I'm just like, bro, if you gotta get to the point of cheating, just leave. Like, it's never that serious. And he was just like, nah, like, imagine you've been with a girl for like 2-3 years or whatever. Like, things are not gonna always be the same no more, but it's like you don't want to leave her, so it's just like you gotta go out and do you. And then he described the scenario when he was with his ex-girlfriend, and he was just like, yeah, bro, like anytime that girl would come around, I'll just be like, like mad angry. And I'm just like, yo, imagine.
Women like this will take one specific example and use it to describe every single dude out there.
Imagine you are so in love with a man, you're just like, my man, my man, my man. And the whole time this man is like grunting every time you enter the room. He's sad. He's mad. No way. And then I remember that trend on Twitter when guys were like talking about stuff that they hate that their girlfriends do. For example, this one guy was talking about when she sends me selfies, and he was just like, oh, like, why are you sending me pictures? Are you homosexual?
That's because she was plaguing his phone with her selfies. That would get annoying very damn quickly.
Woo! Some of y'all women gonna get mad at me today, so if you can't take constructive criticism, baby, keep on scrolling. Many of you women are not really what you think you're cracked up to be. Like, some of y'all are really not great people to be in relationships with. Y'all know I work with couples every single day, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a list of everything that I have to work through. First things first, quit coming into relationships trying to make a man secure your insecurities. That's your job. If you lack confidence, if you have low self-esteem, if there's still trauma that you're operating in, if you're self-critical, if you're judgmental when it comes to yourself, if you blame yourself, if you're still operating in guilt and trauma and everything else, baby, that's for you to handle, not him.
A lot of these women expect a man to fix them, but you can't fix something that stays broken.
Respect his space. Like, stop becoming so preoccupied and hyper aware of what a man has going on. As soon as you see his mood is off a little bit, you start becoming overwhelming. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Let me tell you how men are. A lot of men, when they are going through stuff, they may end up withdrawing or retreating because they're trying to figure it out. They're not always upset at you. Their moods are not changing just because of you. People go through things in a way that men are. They don't express themselves as much as we do as women.
The second a man does express himself, that is the second she loses attraction for him anyway.
It's okay. Give that man some space. Oh yeah, the clinginess. Clinginess is cute to an extent, baby, but once you become codependent and you're always getting jealous whenever this person goes out, and you become anxious whenever they're not around you, you start blowing up their phones or they gonna hang out with their friends, that is problematic and you're gonna push them away. As much as many of you all don't want to believe it, it's absolutely okay for a man to admire another woman. As long as it is a quick look, boom, and he's not staring and he doesn't have a wandering eye and he's not impulsive and he's not a cheater. If he's all of those, baby, why are you with him in the first place? You're ignoring the red flags. You're settling.
Men are visual creatures. Eyes are naturally drawn to attractive women. Obviously, that's called biology.
As long as that man is not window shopping or ordering off of the menu, relax. He has a visual appetite. If he sees a beautiful woman, it's okay to admire. Just like if you see a handsome man, you're going to admire him too. Relax. Stop letting yourself go. Just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean that you need to stop doing everything that you did in the beginning. If you always kept your skin together, your nails together, your lashes together, your hair done, your body was waxed up at the beginning, keep that same energy. Hold your end of the relationship. Remember, visual. A man still has a visual appetite and he loves what he sees, baby, because you're going to stimulate a whole lot more in him. Don't let yourself go because you secured the relationship.
A lot of women are quick to let themselves go the second they get a guy. It's actually rather telling.
As much as you want to believe it, you're not always right. As much as you want to always be in control, you have to let some things go, baby. You cannot love a man the way you want to love him. If you study him, if you pay attention, if you actually listen, I guarantee you he would tell you how to love him. You cannot limit the way you love him to a love language. That's why I hate the conversation of love language. You can ask a man, what's your favorite love language? And he can say, oh, acts of service. And you think that's all you have to do to love him? No, baby, you got to study your man.
Actually, knowing a man is one of the best ways to keep the relationship working.
Stop nagging him all the time. It's perfect. Okay, quit always expressing your dissatisfactions. If you see he's putting in efforts in other places, please uplift those efforts. Acknowledge him. Show that you appreciate that. If it's something like a pet peeve, baby, compromise. I know a lot of women have a hard time compromising. Baby, you got to find a middle ground. Sometimes it's just not worth you bringing up a dissatisfaction. A lot of you all just be nagging. You're pushing that man away. It's okay. He's not always going to fit your idea. He's not always going to satisfy you in every area. Baby, I promise you, every trait that you may have on your beautiful checkoff list, he may not measure up to every single one of them. That's why you have to be selective. But stop nagging all the time.
Nagging a man just wears him down and will eventually end up destroying everything. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.